Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Cup Council. How are we all? Hopefully, all of you are having a fantastic day wherever you are around the world. And welcome back to another Liverpool news episode for you guys this evening. Of course, we are going to be talking about, of course, the obvious thumbnail and the title. And of course, that is Alexis McAllister. Reports are coming out that he has agreed, Liverpool have agreed personal terms with Alexis McAllister. And again, we'll be going all through the news, of course, about Alexis McAllister. And if any of you guys have seen anything else in the news, then of course do let me know in the comments down below. And again, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below as well. But I say hello to a few of you guys. Well, hopefully everyone's had a fantastic Sunday as well. Of course, yesterday was a bit emotional, wasn't it? Yesterday, but yeah, hopefully, hopefully everyone's having a fantastic Sunday. Anyway, but Brian's in as well, Gary's in as well, saying Talio, Old Bean. Hopefully, both of you are well, and Badger's in as well, saying hello as well. Brian saying hello to Badger, and again, Badger putting Liverpool. I should start looking at breaking a new record: 38 games unbeaten, 114 points. Jesus Christ. I wish that was a possibility. Anyway, of course, it might have been once upon a time, but again, that's not. I don't think realistic. 114 points. Maybe one day, maybe one team might do it, but who knows? Anyway, but of course we are here, of course, and if there are anyone new, or if anyone is new around here, then please hit the like button, please hit the subscribe button as well if you're not already. Of course, if you, of course, to stay tuned with all the Liverpool news. Of course, we're going to have plenty over the next couple of weeks and months, of course, considering, of course, Liverpool's transfer situation as well. So, of course, we'll have plenty of news coming thick and fast throughout the summer. Anyway, so please stay tuned to the channel. Anyway, but of course, we're going to talk about Alexis McAllister. Of course, it looks like McAllister will be Liverpool's first signing of the summer. Of course, a couple of days ago, if you guys didn't see the news, of course, Fabrizio Romano saying Alexis McAllister has said yes to Liverpool. Of course, but the deal is not done yet. Of course, he reportedly had said yes to the contract proposal. Obviously, Fabrizio Romano again saying a few days ago, I think it was the day before so I think Friday, I think it was, he said these comments in terms of I saw some reports saying that it will be around 60 to 65 million for Alexis McAllister, but I am told that it will be less than this. Again, there were reports suggesting that Alexis McAllister's deal, it is 70 million euros, but there's some reports at the minute in Argentina saying it's 55 million for McAllister up front, and then the rest then will be an add-on. So practically it'll be 55 million initial fee, and then about 5 or 6 million in add-ons then potentially as well. So again, it'll be interesting if those reports are true. Again, they were breaking in Argentina about 10 minutes, 15 minutes before I came on as well. But again, it's not like, I think one of the biggest ones in Argentina are ESPN. ESPN in Argentina are quite huge. So if anything comes out in that type of bracket, then again, I think that will be for sure reliable. Then I should say anyway. But of course, the news hasn't really stopped with Alexis McAllister as well. Obviously a top Argentinian journalist as well. I think I believe he broke the Messi to PSG when it first happened as well, saying Alexis McAllister to Liverpool will be announced after the end of the season. He did also go on to say as well that Alexis McAllister is going to be a Liverpool player. Several Premier League teams were interested. Liverpool have been negotiating for a long time. He was the one who was the most interested as well. So of course Liverpool were the most interested in Alexis McAllister, and as well, of course, Fabrizio Romano, I believe on Friday again, also said that Liverpool are really, really close to completing Alexis McAllister's signing. It's is a matter of final details to be completed. The agreement with Brighton will not be a problem because it's a fixed amount decided to let Alexis go. Now, I know that a couple of people were asking, I will get into your comments as well, we'll get to everyone's comments down below. I know plenty of people were saying, oh, well, he signed a new contract before the World Cup. He's going to go for around 100 million, this, that, and the other. Again, I know plenty of people had that thought, but it does seem that there is a fixed price. There's no negotiating on it. If you want Alexis McAllister, you're going to have to pay around £61 million by the looks of things. And look, realistically, I think 60 million for, or let's say if it is 55 million in the additional fee for Alexis McAllister, I think it's a very good price considering the fact, again, 24 years of age, just signed a new contract, World Cup winner as well, very versatile, could play as an 8, a 6, an 8, a 10 as well. So there's, of course, different varieties of midfielders that you could possibly get for probably cheaper. But again, the fact of being able to get someone that can play all three, and is realistically not, nowhere near his prime yet, considering the fact I think he's only just turned 24 as well. So again, there's work there with Alexis McAllister anyway. But of course, let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments as well. Of course, we do have the last bit of news anyway, but I want to know your guys' thoughts on the news as well. Of course, and if that, I will keep an eye whether or not if that rumor is true as well in terms of price coming out of Argentina as well. So again, let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. There's nothing coming out as of yet anyway, but hopefully we will hear some news in the next couple of days anyway, obviously confirming it. Hopefully it'll be for President Obama saying, here we go in that in that aspect as well anyway. But let me know your guys' thoughts as well on everything that we have mentioned, and of course we'll be going back through it anyway, of course. And there is one little piece as well that Fabrizio Romano did mention about 2 hours ago, I think, as well. So again, we will of course bring that to you guys anyway. But depressing watching them win another title. This must be what teams thought in the 70s, 80s with our title wins as well. Yeah, absolutely, Jack. Obviously, hopefully they're on a fantastic day as well. Just spoke to you as well. But no, look, it was probably the same as us though. Growing up as a kid, like you always thought United were going to win league titles. And yeah, that and realistically, I think Gary Neville. I don't really like to agree with Gary Neville, but I think he said, the right thing. At the moment, the only team that can stop Manchester City is Liverpool, and I still believe that, even though we've had such a poor season, I still think it is Liverpool the ones that will stop City again. So again, it's like you got Arsenal fans now crying that we haven't had support off rival fans and this, that, and the other. It's like, lads, like we didn't have support. Everyone was against us winning a league title, and so on. Like when we was fighting City again, City are a machine. It's ridiculous how good they are, because it's the fact that the last 10 games of the season, they don't drop points. That's the mad thing. They never drop points unless the title is already done and dusted, or, of course, the second team's nowhere near. But when it matters, City are an oiled machine, and there's no stopping them at the moment. And yeah, that's the annoying part about it as well. But the deal is close. Number 10 shirt. I think he'll be getting the number 10 shirt. Again, we'll obviously speak about it, more next season. But again, you've got the 8, the 9, the 10. Again, I think you've got 15 as well. It's going to be available. So again, yeah, there's plenty of numbers. But yeah, number 10, I think McAllister will be next season anyway. But I'll see where Jack's coming out. Man City will lose the UCL. I hope so, 100%. Yeah, if you call him Mac 10, I'm unsubscribing. I never called him Mac 10. Again, he's Macca. Like that's for me. Well, McAllister will be. He will be Macca, 100%. Mac 10. Again, that's a Doug joke. That is. Right, if there's anything, hopefully meet as well. Henderson to leave in the summer, can't see it. Absolutely not. Evening chat, hope you are well. As well says Jack, like Starwin Bry as well. Talio as well says Gary. Let me quickly scroll down. What else do we have? Alive and Adventures in as well saying, I thought it would be interesting, Klopp saying we look in all departments other than goalkeeper. What forward could we be looking? I don't really know. Forward, Kudos potentially from Ajax. He's the one that in January was going, massively. Everyone was shouting to the rooftops that Liverpool needed. Me included. I thought, again, looking at the way Liverpool, and this was before Cody Gakpo, like Liverpool needed someone in that attacking option. But now I just don't think we need attackers. I think we need three midfielders, and we need at least a centre half at the bare minimum. Like again, if we were to get two midfielders, a centre half and a right back, that's the only other way I could see around it. Of course, with Trent maybe moving into midfield, but for me, I think the bare minimum for this summer, three midfielders and a centre half, which in an ideal world, which would be what McAllister, Gravenberch, Inacio is the centre half, and then whoever else is the other centre mid. Mount, a Turam. There's probably other people as well I'm not going to mention as well, but either one of them I think would be sound. I would obviously like Ugarte, don't get me wrong, but I don't think Ugarte is going to happen now. I think he'll go to Newcastle if I'm being perfectly honest. Considering the fact that they want to, and again, I'm just judging from Newcastle supporters, they want to move Bruno Gomes more up the field for next season. Which, again, if that is the case, then that is the case. But yeah, I think once McAllister's done, I think again you'll hear a lot more of Mason Mount to Liverpool. Again, I think anyway. But evening, mate. Hope you're well. I missed the game yesterday because I watched my local team come out reach League Two playoffs final. Just as well, I missed out. I missed it as well. Yeah, it wasn't the best performance from the Reds, but again, hope you're well, Chris, as well. Rumor has it Ugarte is back on. Says Gary, I haven't seen anything on Ugarte today. If I'm being perfectly honest, I haven't seen too much about it. Again, not saying nothing is true. I think, to be fair, Sporting, I think, are actually battering Benfica right now. So, again, obviously, I think Liverpool scouts are out watching. Of course, I think Inacio and Ugarte at the minute. Again, that's the thing. Like judging from like the reports, especially from the Liverpool journos and other people as well, you'd consider the fact that I feel like there's something else towards Liverpool's summer this time round. I think that there's a Fabinho type signing that's going to happen. Someone that nobody expected us to sign. Nobody, like, because again, Liverpool love to keep their cards close to their chest. We haven't done that so much, considering midfielders over the last 12 to 18 months. Look at Jude Bellingham, for example. Obviously, Jude Bellingham was the worst kept secret in world football, wasn't it? So again, I do think and hope Ugarte is an option for Liverpool. I do think Liverpool need a DM in the summer. Carlos Alvarez as well. I think he's one to keep a look at potentially. Of course, from Ajax, I think Dortmund and Bayern was supposedly meant to be fighting for him, but now it is supposedly Dortmund to be getting him as well. So again, look, DM is one of the most hardest positions I think you can um, get, I think, in a football side as well. Like, look how long it took us to get, a Mascherano replacement, Fabinho being that in terms of class and quality. So yeah, again, look, I think hopefully Liverpool will surprise us this transfer window. I'm hoping, at least anyway. But again, if it is the rumored three midfielders coming in, I'd be happy with that. For being honest, McAllister to be good start, but loads of more needed to be done after that. 100% agree. I think, look, it's 100% where Liverpool, you can't be hanging around. Again, if, for example, if Mason Mount and that team decides to mess around with the club or do this, that, and the other, move on. Again, there are players out there that have the same style. Again, the biggest problem I think for Liverpool is English quota. So again, that's going to be I think a factor. But again, like I think realistically, Liverpool have the foundations of what they want to get. Like supposedly, I think was it um, uh, I can't remember who reported on it, but they said that Klopp has told FSG what he wants ever since March, supposedly. So again, hopefully that's going to be put through anyway. Christine, I hope Ugarte is back on desperately in your DM. Absolutely. Evening, Chris as well. I'd push Ugarte and Barella. I think Barella's unrealistic. I don't think he's realistic at all. For being honest. Again, 70 million for the player Barella, absolutely. But I just feel there's something you could probably get better for 70 mil. I think, if I'm being honest, but again, I might be in the minority about that. But number fixing new captain signing as well. Don't think so, if I'm being honest, Badger. Can only see us replacing the people that are leaving. Yeah, absolutely. Nobody will be sold this summer. Nobody, like, no Hendo, no Thiago, no Fabinho. I don't think. I think if that is going to be, in the conversation, I think next year will be one for sure, 100%. I think, look, it's going to be a case of Liverpool will. I think Liverpool will keep that midfield three for to be the fourth, fifth, sixth choice, and then the new three will be, of course, first, second, third, or like I mentioned, was it Friday I mentioned chat in terms of Fabinho and Henderson. I feel like them two, if we don't sign a number six, those two will be swapping and changing for the number six role this summer or this season, next season. So again, hopefully I am wrong with that, but another two midfielders plus a centre half. Yeah, absolutely, Brian. Let me make it clear, we can't let City do this to us. We must break more records and take back what is rightfully ours. Absolutely, 100% agree. A lot of teams are rebuilding their midfield. Yeah, but you look at Chelsea, City, even. I know City have just won the league, but if Bernardo Silva goes, if Gundogan goes, they're going to need to rebuild their midfield. Of course, because they were after Jude Bellingham as well. So again, they'll be after midfielders 100%. I think Barella. This might upset Jack, to be fair, but I think Barella might end up going at City, if anything, anyway. But City save football to rival fans. Let's see if they have the same energy if City win the next 10 Premier Leagues. Exactly, 100%. That's the thing, though. It's like when we was fighting them, that's the thing. Rival fans were like, "Oh, like you were the bottlers, you were the one." Again, I'm saying this now. Again, I wanted Arsenal to win the title. I honestly did. I've said it to you guys plenty of times on different videos. I wanted Arsenal to win the league, but when you've got them over the years saying to us the fact that you bottled it against City, you didn't do this. Again, when you have 92, 97 points, you normally win a league title. Again, with City, it's impossible. Liverpool should have 3 league titles, but we don't. We have one. One Premier League anyway. So, again, it's really frustrating. But I want to see this Ramsey fella as well. Hopefully next season when he's back fit. Hi as well, so Jordan. Hello, Jordan. Nunes gets number 9 shirt. Absolutely agree. Depends on kids' injury. Players coming back as well, says Mark. I'd like another right-sided forward. Yeah, Mo Salah replacement or Mo Salah replacement. Mo Salah, understudy. And I should say, I was gonna say Mo Salah replacement. What am I on about? God's sake, tell my head's gone. But yeah, no, absolutely. Harvey Elliott maybe for that. Always should be looking to improve in all areas. If an opportunity presents itself at the right price, we can't just pass on it. Absolutely. Look at Cody Gakpo, for example. Did any of us think that Cody Gakpo was, did anyone think that Cody Gakpo for the, in January would be as good as what he was? Again, a couple of people didn't at the start, but again, obviously Cody Gakpo for me, for God's sake, for me has been one of the signings of the season. I think when you look in terms of price tag and you look at the quality that's come in, absolutely, I think he's been one of the best signings in the league. Again, you look at his goals and assists. He's taken over a few of those that were that were worth 100 million, 100 million euros anyway. But yeah, absolutely. What else we have? Ends is in as well. Hello, Ends. Hopefully, having a fantastic day, mate, as well. Big up, bro. Hope you're great. I'm fantastic. Thank you, mate. Hopefully, you're all good as well. Big up, Ends as well. And to pick up the chat. Hope you're all blessed as well. Brian saying we should have three new mids plus Fabinho, Elliott, Bajcetic, Jones, Thiago, Henderson. That's 9. Should do you, shouldn't it? Realistically, that should do you. 80 people in the chat. Run those likes up as well. Yeah, if you could. Again, very much appreciated as always. I'm going to quickly check how many we're on. It says with 21 people in the stream right now anyway. So if we can get to 20, again, very much appreciated. As always, we by says around 15 likes at the minute. So again, if we can get to 20, very much appreciated as always. As well, I'm going to run back through the news as well once I've read everyone's comments out anyway. Let me quickly check something there, guys. Has that done that? No, it hasn't. Let me quickly check if that's true. And it's not. So there we go. So yeah. So what else do we have? It's in the chat. Badger, YouTube negative. Again, yeah. Again, please be respectful. Again, look, we all have our views and thoughts as well. Again, I'm not going to rabble on like I did the other day about it, but yeah. Now I've dropped a like as well. Thank you, Ends as well. Ends, I'll have to get you on. I know we spoke about it the other day as well, but yeah, I have to definitely get you on that as well. Is Ugarte back on? Not as far as I know. According to the chat, it is back on. But again, I wouldn't be against it. I'm not gonna lie. But look, at the end of the day, if Liverpool do go for Ugarte, I'm not gonna be mad at all. I would be very very happy. Players need to be done and dusted as soon as possible. Yeah, 100%. As well. Anyway, but I will quickly run because of course there will be new people in the chat. Anyway, of course, this is running through, of course, everything that we know on Alexis McAllister news. Any of you guys, of course, Fabrizio Romano. This is back on Friday. Anyway, guys, Alexis McAllister has said yes to Liverpool, but the deal is not done yet. That was back on Friday. Anyway, but of course, he did also go on to say I saw some reports saying that it will be around 60 to 65 million pounds for Alexis McAllister. But what I am told that this will be less than this. Now, like I said earlier on, there are reports at the minute out in Argentina saying that it's a 61 million pound deal, 55 million pound initial fee, with the rest in add-ons as well. So hopefully that's true. To begin with as well. But yeah, that's the rumour at the minute in Argentina. But Alexis McAllister to Liverpool will be announced after the end of the season. That's come from, of course, top journalist in Argentina. He did also go on to say, again, Alexis McAllister is going to be a Liverpool player. Several Premier League teams were interested. Liverpool have been negotiating for a long time. He was one who was the most interested as well. So again, that's good news in that aspect of things as well. Now, this was from earlier on as well. Obviously, Fabrizio Romano again saying Liverpool are really, really close to completing Alexis McAllister's signing. It's a matter of final details left to be completed. The agreement with Brighton will not be a problem because of a fixed amount price decided to let Alexis go. And of course, he did also add upon this as well, saying Liverpool want to resolve final details of Alexis McAllister deal as soon as possible to avoid competition. Full agreement on personal terms is really close, according to Fabrizio Romano. Plans is to leave Brighton as early in the window. I've been told the move could be done and sealed in June. Well, we are pretty much, a week away from June as well. So again, it'll just be a matter of time. Hopefully before the deal will get announced. Of course, we do have 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 10 days left of May. So again, hopefully things can be sealed, signed, and done. Hopefully, of course, before any competition. Of course, the competition he is speaking about is from Chelsea, because Chelsea, of course, There's a number of talk of Pochettino being very intrigued by Alexis McAllister. But again, I think Liverpool, as long as they can get the price tag, get it agreed, get everything done. Again, hopefully it will be done and dusted, and hopefully will be announced as soon as the season ends. I wouldn't be too surprised if it was the Monday after the season ended next week. The fact that the deal would then be done between Liverpool and of course Brighton anyway. But let me know your guys' thoughts as well. I will read out everyone's comments and of course down below. But again, I want to know your guys' thoughts, of course, on the news as well. So again, personal terms looks to be agreed or is agreed anyway. Looks to be £55 million with going up to 61. Of course, which would be 70 million euros, and then of course it looks like that again. Everything looks to be getting all done and completed as well by the first week of June. So again, hopefully it'll all be sealed, all be done by next week as well. Anyway, fingers crossed for Liverpool anyway. But again, guys, let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. Let me quickly scroll up. Where's that gone? Let me quickly go back up because I've missed a few comments. What else do we have? N says, question, should Klopp keep his shape for next season or go back to a 4-3-3 with better midfielders? I think he'll try 4-3-3. I think I said this in a couple of videos. I don't think this new style will stick around for next season. I don't think Liverpool are planning on doing it. I think it's an option. If Liverpool need to do it in game, or if Liverpool need to do it against certain teams, I think that it is an option. But I do think with better midfielders in the door, I do think the Liverpool will try the 4-3-3 again. Because look, I think you look at the minute what's the best formation to go with. I think probably a 4-3-3 is at the minute the best, but then again, this new style seems to be the one that works so good. So I don't know. For me though, I think 4-3-3, the way we know it in terms of Robbo and Trent just bombing forwards, I think that's the way a little bit that might work again next season. But again, hopefully that's the case anyway. Cody Gakpo could be captain, could be a captain down the line. His interview was class yesterday. Spoke volumes of his character. Yeah, I did see it. It was a very very good interview as well. I did like the fact when he was talking about the Ming situation. He was like, it is what it is, but you can quite clearly see what's happened. Of course, he doesn't want to get fined, does he? But we will replace Milner, Naby, or Naby Keita, McAllister first three. Yeah, absolutely, 100%. Ends both for me, mate. We should be able to play multiple formations and more fluid in attack and defense shape. Yeah, absolutely agree, 100%. Really depends on who we bring in ends. That will determine how we set up. Yeah, agree, 100%. Question on the YouTube. On the YouTube, as you know, who would you have in your five-a-side team? Oh, Jesus Christ, who would I know? So I'm just going to go Liverpool based. So I'd go midfield. If I can put myself in there, I'll go midfield. So I've got Luke from 1892 Reds Podcast. He's a goalkeeper. So I can kind of do sweeper keeper. I'm trying to think. Yeah, so Luke, Jack will play in defence. He's going to hate me for saying that. Yeah, Jack defence. Jack can be Jamie Carragher for half an hour anyway. Me midfield, and then two up top. Who's a good striker? I'm trying to think who would be a good striker. Let me get back to that. Good striker. I'm not particularly sure. Ends, can you play striker? let me know in the chat. Yeah, I play. I'll add Ricky to it as well because, of course, you can't leave one without the other. I put him maybe up front. Maybe he can be that, holds the ball up well, striker, and then ends. If you can play striker, then I'll put you a striker as well. To be fair, anyway, but let me know. yeah, but Luke, 100% goalkeeper as well. I know people are down on Hendo. With new signings, Hendo won't play as much, um, meaning he'll be fresher and have more energy. We'll have balance in legs, youth, and experience. Yeah, absolutely, 100%. We need to do exactly what Madrid have done, or what they're currently doing, in terms of Cruz and Modric are slowly going out of the team, and then you've got the likes of um, you've got the likes of, again, Camavinga, Tchouameni, Valverde, Jude Bellingham's going to be there as well. Jesus Christ, that midfield, it's going to be mad. That is, yeah, bro. I think so too. Both, and I want to see 4-2-3-1. Yeah, I think Liverpool 4-2-3-1. I think we could be lining up for that, but been saying that now for like the last 4 years, and it's never happened. Only 14. Like to come on Reds as well if you could. Yeah, again, please hit that like button as well. Pre-season, yeah. Again, I think Trent's gonna. I think this preseason it won't be as chaotic as what what last season's was, but then I think also as well it won't be as daunting as what I think many people thought as well. But Gakpo still was a rush signing. I don't think he was. He was in the sense of, again, what do we need this season? It was a midfielder. We got Gakpo instead. But if we didn't sign him, we would have ended up missing out on him because, again, Chelsea was sniffing around him for so long. Again, because they wanted, um, they wanted practically to go and sign Cody Gakpo and then sign, of course, that other PSV winger that they signed. So again, Liverpool had to do it, and we know that as Jurgen has said, Liverpool have been following Cody Gakpo for a while as well. So hopefully, again, and again, you look at it, Cody Gakpo can easily go on and become anything. Can be false nine, number 10, even a number 8 as well. I think Cody Gakpo could do as well. 100%. But come on, guys, can we just hit the likes as well? Yeah, no, if you could, very much appreciate it as well. Connor, who starts up front, first game of next season. For me, it would be Luis Diaz, Darwin Nunez, and Mo Salah. It would for me personally. But then again, I can't leave Cody out. That's the annoying part. Go to a front four. Is that possible? But yeah, I think that's the front three for me. Anyway, but I would love to, bro. Just let me know as well. I'll let you know, and I'll have to sort it out in the summer. Obviously, we'll do a couple of shows as well. But what's this? What do I see here? We need to all meet up and play 11-a-side game. All the Liverpool YouTubers be quality. That it would be good if we could do that. 100%. I think, look, it would be really, really good. We could do that. What would your starting 11 be in formation for Liverpool if we get the players we have in concrete interest? So my team would be Ali in goal, quite obviously. Trent right back, Canate, Virgil, Robbo. I think that's given. This is where it gets interesting. Obviously 4-3-3 would be it, but again, obviously you can either stay as a 4-3-3 or the 3-4-3. Then it would be Fabinho, because I don't think we're getting Ugarte, if I'm being honest. It would be Ugarte, McAllister, Fabinho, McAllister, and Mason Mount, if I'm being honest. And then Luis Diaz, Darwin Nunez, and Mo Salah. And if it's not, then Mason Mount, Ryan Gravenberch. I still think Liverpool can get Ryan Gravenberch this summer, but I think Gravenberch has to hand in a transfer request before anything can happen with that anyway. But yeah, it will be interesting. But yeah, that's again. I think Liverpool will sign or try and sign those three in the summer anyway. But again, we'll all have to hope anyway. But in saying Luke's a goalkeeper, did know that lol as well. No, obviously, Luke's. I'm trying to think of what type of goalkeeper Luke would be. Pet check potentially. Spider in net. Yeah, Craig, I didn't think of Spider. Sorry, Spider. If Kev is in. Yeah, Max and Spider in net, Jack defense, Doug midfield, Dave up front, and with Luke as well. Yeah, no, that's good. It's interesting the fact that we've got a variety of options. Again, you've got me, Jack, Luke, Ricky, Doug, um, yeah, Dave's, Kev as well. There's probably more as well. Ends as well. Obviously we could do. Um, I know Luke and Ricky know the guys from Coppish as well. Um, I've worked with Callum once, I think, before. Um, but again, obviously, there's loads of Liverpool YouTubers out there as well that do great content as well. Look, I think there's plenty of people that there is to choose from. We could probably pick 11 aside, which would be funny, to be fair. Maybe we should try and do that. Maybe do a charity event maybe one day. Jack centre back, Jack up top, and Milner. Now Jack's going to do exactly what he used to do on CODs. I think it was on COD, of course, Call of Duty, where he just runs and then just screams like, "Where is everyone?" Like that's exactly what he's going to do. I don't know for a fact you're going to do that, can you? This guy's running so crazy to back me as well. No, Jamie Carragher, that's exactly where you are. Liverpool legend, but do like the blue shite as well. To be fair, but by the way, Vinny Jr. got sent off for being put in a headlock and subject to horrible racial abuse, 2023, and this is still happening. I did see something on it as well. If that is what happens, again, ridiculous, man, absolutely ridiculous. I think he got sent off, I think, a couple of weeks ago, didn't he, for something similar as well. Again, it's ridiculous, man. Shouldn't happen in 2023. And yeah, realistically shocking. I think we're being perfectly honest as well. Jackson, I hope it's Nunez as well. Yeah, I hope it's Darwin as well. But Gakpo was rushed. We had to because Man United would have signed him. We wanted him. Yeah, absolutely. Brian, it's disgusting as well. Yeah, it was ridiculous. That's why we need options from the bench. Six up top needed. Yeah, absolutely. Again, we'd absolutely love that, wouldn't we? As well. But what else do we have in the chat? Uh, do, 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 do. Oh Jesus Christ, we've got loads of thing. Oh, for God's sakes, Kev, who's putting me in nets? You melt. Me, Kev. I'm putting you up. Kev, I put you up front. To be fair, no, I didn't. To be fair, but yeah, Kev. Kev, where do you want to go? Do you want to go midfield or do you want to go defense? Attack. Let us know. The other spiders in as well saying, not gonna lie, Europa League soundtrack is a banger. For God's sake. I'm fully gonna enjoy it next season. Think we needed this mini humbling as well. Yeah, potentially. Look, I think we've already set them. We with the whoa whoa. I think that's the one for next season. Everyone's gonna be screaming. Anyway, of course, it's gonna get booed because it's UEFA. But look, at the end of the day, it's funny. But yeah, obviously Spiders in as well. Hello, Kev. As well. I thought Kev, you were gigging tonight. As well. I don't know if I'm wrong with that. I have a fanboy. Lol. I'm a kendo. I'm a kendo. Um, I'll take your word for it as well. What Spider said. And ask my wife if I. Okay, I'm not gonna say that live on stream. I shouldn't have brought that up. For God's sake, Kev. Oh, for God's sake, man. Mm. Well, if anyone's just tuning in, hello. And yeah, we're talking about Alexis McAllister signing for Liverpool. Either way, like, but like I say, yeah, I shouldn't have brought that up then. But Jesus Christ, I'm looking forward to it as well. Let's get these likes up. Only 16 as well. Um, Luke, Luke Acton as well. Hello, Ant, same mate as well. Yeah, Jesus Christ. To be fair, if you're just tuning into the stream or just tuning into the comments, then yeah, Jesus Christ, you wouldn't think we're talking about Alexis McAllister, him agreeing personal terms with the club as well. But yeah, actually, to be fair, I'm not. Take that off. Let me read it first. So, yeah, 100%. Get God's against laughing as well. Yeah, I'm definitely getting banned as well. But Liverpool should send the kids out Europa League. Yeah, absolutely. I think look, it's 100%. It's a competition to see, if the likes of Bicetic and Doak, they can do what we hope they can do. I just hope realistically it's I think Liverpool have to win the group, because of course that takes a round off if you end up winning. Um, if you end up winning, of course, the group. I think you miss. I think is the 32 round as well. So again, hopefully that'll be best anyway. But I'm saying Alexis will be a better signing than Bellingham, but Mark screenshots etc. as well. Yeah, well again, we're not signing Jude, are we? Realistically, so again, look, I want to know your guys' thoughts. If because again, if we do end up signing, say if it is McAllister, Mount, and Gravenberch as a midfield three, how much do we think it will be worth? Like in terms of price tag, I want to know your guys' thoughts. For me, again, if it is 60 mil for McAllister, you what 40 mil for Mount, and then 35 mil for Gravenberch. Is that unrealistic, or is that being a bit too, or am I being full FSG and being too, skint wise on it? So what's that? 60, 100, 130, 140 mil for all three? Is that possible? I think possibly. Um, Thing is, can Mount it will Mount be 40 million? I don't think so. I think 50 is probably the one. But I think even at a max at 50, I think Mount's worth it, considering the fact he's still only 24 as well. But again, that's just my thoughts anyway. But question McAllister is ball out for us. He'll give us the X factor in midfield. Well, we've all cried, haven't we, for a person that can press, do amazingly well in terms of, in terms of not only pressing, but in terms of you know overall play, and somebody that can have that Thiago effect, but week in week out, and that's the thing that we're hoping with Alexis McAllister, and we're getting somebody as well that can score and assist. Again, like I think McAllister now has, I don't even know how many goals and assists. I'm actually going to check that out. Hang on. Let me quickly check that out on the app I've got. If my phone would like to load. Alexis McAllister. So league-wise, he has 10 goals and 2 assists. So again, like this season, that's pretty good considering the fact again plays as an 8, plays in a 10 as well. It's ridiculous as well. But again, just looking at league-wise, 10 goals, 2 assists. Yeah, again, it's pretty good in that way as well. But let me quickly go. I'm missing a few comments. Europa League. Europa League better than Champions League, 100%. We've never slated anyone for being in the Europa League whatsoever, 100%. What's your thoughts as well? I think, look, the Europa League will probably be a good. It's probably a good thing. It's also a bad thing in terms of financial wise for the football club, but it might be a good thing in terms of just getting everyone back on track. Like, getting, in terms of, I think Virgil van Dijk spoke about this, I think, yesterday, in terms of, you know, this season's been a learning curve in terms of, what's been wrong and what's gone wrong. Next season, and hopefully seasons afterwards as well, will be now Liverpool back to being Liverpool, and what we've seen over the last 5 years. And hopefully that is the case. Same price as Jude as well. What else are we saying? Anne's comment, Jude is overrated. I've said it for a long you've said it for a very long time. Good player, but not 100 million. I know you said that before in the past, Ant. 100%. I know me and you, we had a long conversation with Jude Bellingham before, but same price as Jude as well. Probably all them three, 100%. Mount will cook it for Liverpool. I hope so. I bloody hope so. If we do get him, I think we can get them all that done as well. Yeah, absolutely. Exactly the same price as one Jude as well. Yeah, 100%. I think if Liverpool and I've said this on previous videos, I think if Liverpool had had this problem 12 months ago and Jude Bellingham was the answer, I think Liverpool would have spent 140, 150 million on Jude Bellingham. I just think we would have. But do I think that, again, that's the thing, Liverpool, we have more worrying problems. Again, we need centre half as well. Like the fact we would have spent 140 on Jude and then gone, okay, we're going to go and we need two more midfielders, another defender. That's not, we're not going to be doing that for that price anyway. But yeah, absolutely. But I said 145 combined as well. Mark said 200 plus as well. How much we saying we we generate with player sales? Just depends realistically on who we're going to get rid of. If Kelleher is an option, that's 30 million, or we're hoping 20, 25 million in the bank. Nat Phillips, another 10 potentially. Midfield wise, is there anyone that you could sell? I don't think so. Forward wise, there isn't really anyone that we can get rid of. So again, you're looking at Liverpool potentially selling about 50, 60 million pounds worth. Probably, I'm not thinking of probably a few players that could go, but again, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'm being honest, but Mount 50, McAllister 60 grand, but it's 35 as well. Absolutely. Inflated prices for us as well. Yeah, no, they will be 100%. We have a great midfielder. No, absolutely not. And absolutely not. No, thank you. Go and give that to Everton. Absolutely. Go and give it to Everton if you want. 14. I think, remember, Ant, when we did that stream back 2 years ago, I think it was, when Tillemans, the Liverpool, was getting really, really hot. And everyone was like, oh, yeah, I'd spend, what was it, 60, 70 million on Tillemans. I think some people were saying in the chat. And now I wouldn't even buy him on the free transfer. McAllister 60, Mount 40, 50, Gravenberch 30 max, 145 max as well, says Bry. Just ignore the fact Watford rejected the chance to sign him for 3 mil. Yeah, I'd rather pass. Thank you, thank you, Ant. I'm not going to lie either, but yeah, go and pitch it to Everton. They might potentially snap at the chance to sign him, potentially anyway. But what else do we have? And do you want Naby? Naby in the Championship. That's what you do this, to be fair. Saving about 40 to 55 million in wages as well. Yeah, that's going to be huge. I think when you take Naby and Ox together, you get a majority of that. It's ridiculous. I know Bobby is the most. I think Bobby was he on 180 a week, I think, at Liverpool. But realistically, you look at it, like, I think, considering the fact what you get from Bobby Firmino compared to them two, obviously it's a huge amount as well. But yeah, wages are a huge one, 100%. Mount is perfect club player as well. Again, I wouldn't be surprised though, chat, if, let's say, towards the back end of this McAllister situation, it then is the fact that Mason Mount is quick. I wouldn't be surprised if Mason Mount to Liverpool. Excuse me, I keep on getting hiccups. I keep on getting like really, really like sharp hiccups. I try to bring them up and they just won't come up. But yeah, Mason Mount for me. I think if that deal is gonna go through, or will be done, I think it'll be done straight after the McAllister deal. If I'm being perfectly honest, but no, if Naby wasn't made of breadsticks, he would be leaving Liverpool. He is leaving Liverpool. Well, again, obviously he is leaving Liverpool, but again, yeah, look, Naby's quality when he's fit is brilliant, but it is though. When is he fit? Heavily fit. I have a feeling Naby will end up at Newcastle. Yeah, I think he will go to a Premier League rival. I just don't think Naby has loyalty, if I'm being perfectly honest. Again, you guys will know, I love Naby Keita. I've loved him since we've signed him. But the last couple of months, for me personally, I've gotten to not like Naby Keita because, again, if those rumours were true, in terms of him not wanting to play for the club because he knew he was going to be going at the end of the season. Again, if those rumours are true, again, I'm glad that Naby's gone because I don't want a player. You look at the emotion, you look at everything, like what Bobby Firmino and James Milner shown, and even Ox as well. What those three shown towards the football club and the comments that they made yesterday. And then you look at Naby. Again, there was no interviews with Naby. There's nothing I haven't seen so far on Naby Keita. So again, you look at it, I think pretty much it writes for itself as well, to be fair. But Ox, Naby, Arthur, Millie's and Bobby's wages are freed up 75 million on the Nike deal end of the season. EL money or Europa League money, player sales 200 million in net for the transfer window. Hopefully, um, again that easily covers those three midfielders and a centre half as well, considering the fact that Inacio as well, I think, has a £35 million release clause, so €1 million release clause. So again, that's somebody that I think will be realistic for Liverpool. Hit the subscribe button if you're new as well. If you could, very much appreciate it, guys. Razors in as well, saying we also need to improve on the early kickoffs for next season, as we haven't won them this season. The half 12 ones. Yeah, absolutely agree. What was it? I think it was 5 we played this season, and we lost all 5. Or we lost 4 and drawn 1. I think it was. Yeah, absolutely not good enough in that aspect as well. To be fair, but Talio Spider as well, says Gary. 145 on the midfield and another 50 and 60 on defenders. I don't think we need that. Again, I don't think we need one centre half, if I'm being honest. And that's only if Joel Matip leaves. But will Matip leave? That's another thing, because at the minute there's no rumours now with what's the names? Who am I thinking of Roma? There's no there's no reports, there's no links at the minute with Roma. There's just at the minute, of course, it's just talk that they'd be interested if Liverpool, I think, lowered their valuation down to 10 mil, which I don't see that happening. Even though he does have 1 year left in his deal. Our players are still asleep at that time, as Razor as well. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, if you're new, please hit that subscribe button as well. Hopefully, you all having a fantastic day as well. You should try and sign our player from Brighton, looking at centre of Caicedo replacement. Yeah, potentially. I think that's another option as well. I think the other centre half at let me quickly read what. Sorry, chat. There you go. But yeah, no, I think look, the other is it Colwell? Colwell. I think he's one that for me will be one that for sure will go to a big. I know he's at Chelsea. Don't get me wrong. I think that's a thing, but I do think he will potentially be, maybe a City, a Liverpool potentially might go after him as well. Because I think is he 19 as well? That's ridiculous. The sad reality is Liverpool make no cash on these players leaving. Connor, yeah, that's the unfortunate thing at the minute, because of the way we modelize our club and the way we do things. Like realistically, we should have sold. We should have sold a Bobby Firmino 2 years ago. We should have done. And you look at Thiago, we should have sold him a year ago. And we shouldn't have really signed Thiago in that sense. But we should, there's certain individuals we should have sold 2-3 years ago, and we haven't. Like you look at Mo and Sadio, for example, they potentially should have gone at a certain time as well. So this new model for Liverpool, or the model that of course we do currently have, it does work tremendously well. You look at Phil Coutinho, for example, in terms of gaining into the team, but it's also the sense of as well of when you look at it in terms of when you're at your best, you can't afford to let players go and do the certain things. Like again, you look at Minamino, you look at Divock Origi last season to this season, we missed Taki Minamino. Again, we gained a profit on Minamino from what he did last season. But again, we suffered from that, in terms of quality this year when we had, Luis Diaz out, Diogo Jota out, we had Darwin in and out a couple of times of the squad, and we didn't have a Minamino or a Divock Origi they're unavailable. That was always I think the downfall at times this season for us as well. But yeah, that's just my opinion anyway. But Premier League and FA Cup winner, have some respect. Hamza is the at least £35 million player. You wish. You wish. Again, if that's the case, then yeah, there's a certain amount of players in your squad. If you're going to go by, Premier League winner, FA Cup winner, this winner again would be worth 30, 40, 50 million in your squad, to be fair. But obviously, we spoke about Leicester team obviously a couple of weeks ago. But Marnie's wages are now paying for Darwin's and Gakpo's wages together. Yeah, absolutely. I'm still not sure if Mount will leave. I think it's like that, isn't it? I'm not particularly sure. Conor Romano, how are we doing, lads? Hello, Luke, as well. He's going to Germany, I think, as well. Says ends. Yeah, I think it's going to be an interesting one, isn't it? With Naby, wouldn't surprise me if he did. Yeah, as Adventures just said, but back to Leipzig. I think. Yeah, I think absolutely, 100%. I think that partnership with him and Timo Werner, they'll want to rekindle that 100%. Naby nearly broke his finger picking up a picture frame. If he hasn't seen the video, couldn't make it up. Yeah, it's ridiculous, isn't it? Kristen as well. Hello, Chris, saying I believe Liverpool challenge City next season. Yeah, I think we said this earlier on. I do think that as well. Look, absolutely. I think Liverpool next season, again, if we can get the recruitment right, if we can get things done nice and early, we have a full pre-season of doing things right. That's where I think Liverpool, hopefully, are back next year. But again, obviously, could be saying this now. It could be 10 times worse this time next year. Who knows? Welcome, Luke, as well. Hope you're well. Big up, Mark. Hope good, mate. Busy weekend, mate, as well. Would request a big summer, Chris. Lots of work needs to be done. It does. A lot of work does need to be done. And again, it's not just with with McAllister. It needs to be McAllister, it needs to be Mount, Gravenberch, Ugarte, Turam, whoever it is coming in. You hope it's done nice and early. I hope all our transfers are done, by the start of July. I'm hoping that's when everything is just done. And Liverpool are just looking at everyone else, chasing around in the transfer window. That's what I'm hoping. Whether or not we'll actually get that, who knows? But smash the likes as well, guys, if you could. Pick up ends as well, says Luke. A defender, just one corner. We can always upgrade on Gomez or Matip if the opportunity is there. Yeah, I would agree. Do you know what? I would agree with it there, Bry. As well. But then again, obviously the number one pick would be Garvidal for Liverpool. 100% it would be. And then you look away from that, then the two down for me, judging from what I've seen, and again, this might sound a bit weird, would be Inacio, and then it would be Antonio Gomez, not Antonio Gomez, sorry, Antonio Silva from Benfica. That would be the ones for me. But again, who knows? But just drop 4 likes. Thank you, Kev, for that as well. Do you think Keller is being used to bargain chip from McAllister? No, I don't. Like Jurgen said, unless there's like a monster bid that comes in, by the looks of things, he's not going to go anywhere again. So that should be fun for Keller anyway. But he's a good player. Colwell as well, absolutely, 100%. What else do we have? Yeah, just knackered me. You as well. Hi Spider, alts don't work, mate, for using them to follow channels. I think Liverpool will challenge City next season with new players. Again, like I said, I agree 100%. I'm good, thanks, Luke, as well. I did see that Nat Phillips will be sold. Yeah, I think Neil Jones broke that as well, because Neil Jones leaving goal as well. So I wonder where he'll go as well for next season. But yeah, Nat Phillips deserves to be sold. Again, not because he's bad, not because he's awful, but again, another player that deserves minutes as well. And you look at Burnley, you look at any team coming up. I know Burnley play, out the back football, but if you look at any team, in the Premier League, I think if you look at towards the bottom end, I think Nat Phillips would be perfect for a couple of people as well. But Yeah, that's my thoughts anyway. What else do we have? Oh, Brian thought you wanted to give him a right beater as well. Yeah, James, we should have did that. We should have given James Milner a pile of right beater for a send off. Like Liverpool got strung on the sale of Mane, Connor. I don't think we did. I think looking back at it now, Liverpool actually got a very good price for Sadio Mane. Even though at the time I think all of us were like, do you know what, Liverpool have been a bit, you know, should be around 50 million for Mane, but I don't think we did. I think looking at it, to be awfully honest with you, when they did the Guard of Honor, they should have brought Nappy out at a hospital bed and Ox pushing him on pitch as well. That would have been funny. Has Mane been at it again by getting into fights again? I haven't seen anything, Mark, if I'm being honest. Transferred down by pre-season. That's an open dream, absolutely. Kelleher is not leaving by the looks of things, absolutely. No last minute yeah, bull crap again. Player played football today with Mr. No Ball Knowledge, and he's getting a penalty 10 yards over the bar. Oh, my striker. Bloody hell, no ball knowledge and can't finish a penalty for his dinner. Poor Yusuf. Not sure. Doug been waiting to go for a while. Yeah, I think that's the thing, isn't it? With Keller here. Keller is going to, next season, he'll want to go as well, 100%. Pre-season should be 2 games in the north and west and south of France, and that's it. Yeah, well, we've got that. We've got the Singapore pre-season, and then we're in France. Are we in France or Germany for a long time? I think it's France. I think we're in as well. To be fair, but again, let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. Have I missed anyone's comment? I think I have. Bedtime now, mate. Speak soon. Lad, you know, walk alone as well. Thank you, Luke, for popping in as well. Getting Yusef as well. Absolutely. Vinny Jr. potentially leaving La Liga. Big post on his tweet. I'll take a look at that after the stream. And have a look what happened as well. I'll take a look. I see Keller joining one of Brighton or Brentford in the summer. He won't be joining Brentford's. We know that for a fact. They've signed a Bundesliga goalkeeper for 13 million euros. So Brighton is not Brighton. Sorry, Brentford's completely off. So it'll either be Spurs or it might be Brighton. Who knows? Anyway, of course, Brighton's already taken one player off of us in terms of James Milner as well. But again, who knows? Only a matter of time by that ridiculous abuse. Yeah, it's outrageous, and the fact that it still goes on, the fact that they have the no racist campaigns in La Liga, and you know, look what happens. It's shocking, in my opinion, anyway. But I couldn't look as well anyway. But we'll quickly run through anyway, guys. Of course, everything that we know so far on the Alexis McAllister situation. Of course, now this has gone back to Friday, like I've said in other ones as well. Alexis McAllister said yes to Liverpool, but the deal is not done yet. That's from obviously cousin Romano as well. But I saw some reports saying that it'll be around 60 to 65 million euros, pounds, sorry, for Alexis McAllister, but I am told it'd be less than this, says Fabrizio Romano. It does go, obviously, this is from the top Argentina reporter that's been speaking on Alexis McAllister, saying McAllister to Liverpool will be announced at the end of the season. He did also go on to say that, of course, Alexis McAllister is going to be a Liverpool player. Several Premier League clubs or teams were interested. Liverpool have been negotiating for a long time. He was the one who was most interested as well. And of course, Fabrizio Romano also mentioning that Liverpool are really, really close to completing Alexis McAllister signing. It's a matter of final details left to be completed. The agreement, with Brighton will not be a problem because of the fixed amount decided to let Alexis go. And then, of course, earlier on today, Fabrizio Romano saying that Liverpool want to resolve final details. Final details of Alexis McAllister deal as soon as possible to avoid competition. Full agreement on personal terms is really, really close. Plans is to leave Brighton early in the window, being told that the move could be done and sealed in June as well. So hopefully it will be all done and dusted by next week for Liverpool. Anyway, fingers crossed, we will be speaking about Alexis McAllister being a Liverpool player in a week's time or so anyway. But What else we have? Sweet Dreams Luke as well. Fabrizio Corner has spoken this the way, hopefully in the future. And of course, Albertson saying it's a great signing. It's a wonderful signing, isn't it? Hopefully. Anyway, of course, obviously, I still have flashbacks to Nabil Fekir. So again, personal terms are agreed. Liverpool have got the deal pretty much done. The only thing that needs to be accepted now is the price tag. But of course, apart from that, it looks to be all good for Liverpool in that aspect of things. Anyway, and of course, Brian saying great, brilliant signing. Anyway, but that's going to be it from us for tonight, guys. A big thank you to all of you guys that have tuned in to the stream. If you are new around here as well, and if you do like the content, then please hit the like button. Please hit that subscribe button as well. If anyone is new to the channel, of course. And again, if you like the Liverpool content, if you can't wait for summer signings, if you can't wait for everything to do with the Reds in the off season, then of course hit that subscribe button as well, and of course hit that like button as well if you do like the show. I think we are on. Let me double check what we are on. We are on. We're on to 29 likes. So if we can get to 30, 35, that of course be amazing as well. Anyway, but guys, hopefully have a fantastic rest of your weekend as well. Again, I'll be live tomorrow, hopefully as well. I'll be speaking about obviously the weekend, obviously the emotions of obviously Bobby going. McAllister news. If there is any other news as well tomorrow morning, of course, we'll be live tomorrow at 9 to speak about it as well. Anyway, but until next time, guys, that is going to be it from us. I've been Connor from the Cup Council. I'll see you all later on. Ta-ra.